In today's video, I'm going over how you can move abroad without having a job lined up overseas. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Cepee, rhymes with Peppy from SheHitRefresh.com, and I teach women aged 30 and over how to move abroad sooner rather than never. In 2015, I made my own move from Texas to Spain at the age of 35, and almost 8 years later, I am still here living my best life. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, and on this channel, I talk about moving abroad specifically for US citizens. I'd love to invite you to like this video, turn on notifications, and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any future move abroad content. So a question that I often get is, can I move abroad without a job? And the answer is yes, but there's a few things that you need to consider. So first off, you need to know, how long do you want to go abroad? Because as a US citizen, you actually can stay in most countries around the world for 90 and even up to 180 days without the need of a visa. So it makes it pretty easy to go to another country and stay there for 3 to 6 months. If you're looking to stay in a foreign country for a year or longer, then there are some other options for you to look at, and we'll talk about those in just a little bit. But just by knowing your desired length of time that you want to live abroad, that will help you narrow down where you can go. The other thing to consider is, how much are you willing to spend? Because if you don't have a job lined up abroad, then you're going to have to figure out how you're going to support yourself. Whether you're going to live off savings, passive income, or a remote job, you just need to know how much the cost of living is abroad, so you know how long you can go for based on the money that you either have or you will be earning. All right, so let's look at the various options of how you can move abroad without a job. Number one is volunteering. So volunteering is a viable option for anyone who's looking for that kind of immersive experience, looking for a shorter stay, and wants to avoid the whole visa situation. If you want to volunteer abroad, there are actually two platforms that I highly recommend. The first one is Workaway. Now, Workaway is an online international platform that connects hosts and volunteers, and the hosts actually offer accommodation and meals in exchange for your volunteer time. You can find volunteer opportunities in virtually anything from farming to yoga teaching to hostel reception help. Another platform is called Woof. So very similar to Workaway and how it works, except Woof focuses on organic farming. Option number two, and one of my personal favorites, is house swapping. Yes, like Kate Winslet in The Holiday. So house swapping is a unique and a cost-effective way to spend time abroad. So how it works is that you trade your home with someone else from around the world. And this can be simultaneously or non-simultaneously. And you don't have to just live in a major city like New York City or London to get a house swap. There are people who are looking for house swaps all over the world, in towns, cities, rural areas, and villages. The biggest perk and why I love house swapping is that you essentially eliminate your accommodation costs. You really are just paying for the cost of your own home back where you live. And house swaps can last anywhere from a few days, a few weeks, and even a few months. Imagine being able to spend a few weeks or even a few months in London without having to pay those London prices for accommodation. Now, if you feel a little weary about letting a complete stranger stay in your home, just know that reputable house swapping platforms do have a verification process, and there's also user reviews, and that just helps to ensure some level of trust and safety. My favorite house swapping site is Home Exchange, and I'll drop a link below. Next up is applying for a non-lucrative visa. If you can prove that you have enough savings, income, or passive income to financially support yourself in a foreign country, you may be able to qualify for a non-lucrative visa, also known as a retirement visa, although you don't have to be retired to qualify for this type of visa. The perk of a non-lucrative visa is that it affords you a longer stay abroad, but it doesn't give you the right to work in a foreign country. Spain is probably one of the most well-known countries that offers a non-lucrative visa, and this is great for retirees or people who have passive income. The main requirements are that you need to get a private healthcare plan, but you also need to meet that financial requirement that right now, as of 2023, is about 28,000 euros a year. Other countries that offer similar types of visa are going to be France, Italy, Portugal, and there's quite a few more, especially in Europe. If you're interested in learning about all of your options, check out my visa guide to living in Europe, where I go over the 18 easiest countries to live in Europe and also provide 50 viable visa options, including these non-lucrative types of visas. The next option to move abroad without a job is to study abroad. Studying abroad is a great way to advance your education while also living abroad. And you know, universities abroad are a fraction of the cost of what they are in the US, so you actually will be saving money along the way. Beyond working towards your first, second, third degree, or even master's or PhD, what I love about studying abroad is it allows you to build your international network. Now, 80% of the jobs that we get are through our network. So if you're looking to work abroad, study abroad may be an in to building connections that can help open some doors in the country that you want to move to. Now, you don't just have to study and get a degree. You can also just study a language and go through a language program to qualify for a study abroad visa. Next up is to consider a job seeker visa. So Germany has a job seeker visa that allows you to go to Germany just with your US passport. You don't have to get any type of visa. And once there, then you can apply for the job seeker visa, which allows you to stay in Germany for up to 6 months and look for work. If you're offered a job, you do not have to leave the country and go back to the US to apply for your work visa. You can do that all from Germany. Now, other countries also offer job seeker visas, but generally you have to have studied and done a university program there. And then after your program, you get an extension from anywhere from 6 months to 3 years to look for a job while you're still there. Another way to live abroad without a job is to apply for a business visa. So a business visa is for those who are interested in either investing in an existing business abroad or starting your own business abroad. Just to give you an example, France has the French Tech Visa, which attracts foreign talents and makes it easier for startup founders, investors, and employees to come to France and work. If you have a business idea, a business visa may be the route for you to go. Why not become a digital nomad? If you're a digital nomad, you already have a remote job and you can take that job with you abroad, so you don't have to rely on finding work in a foreign country. So digital nomads include remote employees, freelancers, and also the self-employed. And in the past few years, digital nomad visas have been popping up all over the world. If you want to know about the ones in Europe, again, check out my visa guide to living in Europe. All right, we're almost to the end of the list here. So next up is freelancing abroad. So a freelancer's visa actually allows you to work in a foreign country. Now, this is a bit different from the digital nomad visa, because the digital nomad visa, you have to have a client or company located outside of the country you want to live in. But with the freelance visa, you are actually allowed to work with local clients in the country that you want to be in. The main requirement for the freelancer visa is that you need to show that you have prospective clients in a foreign country. And this is usually easier than it sounds. Check out the Czech Republic's Živno or freelancer visa, and also Germany's freelance or self-employed visa. And last but not least, have you thought about getting married? So I'm not saying to sign up for your own 90-day fiancé, but what I am saying is that there's no need to reinvent the wheel if you already have a foreign partner. That it could be you're in by getting married to getting residency in a foreign country. Now keep in mind, you don't always have to get married to qualify through residency with a foreign partner. A lot of countries offer a type of civil union that allows you to live and work in a foreign country. All right, well, if you are looking to move abroad and feel hung up that you don't have a job somewhere else, these are some options for you to consider to help you make that move abroad sooner rather than never. If you need more resources to help you with your move abroad, check out my digital visa guide to living in Europe, where I go over the 18 easiest countries to move to and give you over 50 viable visa options to choose from. If you're a woman aged 30 and over and want to move abroad, check out my next Move Abroad Masterclass. You'll find those details below, and also sign up for my free Facebook group, where you will meet over 10,000 like-minded women and find so much inspiration, support, and resources to help you with your own move abroad. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, give us a like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on any future move abroad content.